Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm reviewing a budget blues machine in the Harley Benton Aeolus. I was looking for like a semi-hollow body guitar, but didn't want to really spend the money on like a Gibson 335 or anything of that price point. So I was looking to see what Harley Benton had, and it looks like they had something that kind of fit the bill. If you've seen a lot of my YouTube shorts, you've probably noticed that the Harley Benton Fusion Telly has become one of my favorite guitars. For a great price, it's just really well-made guitar. But looking at the Harley Benton Aeolus, I think that's how you pronounce it, this thing's got a fantastic finish on it with that Bengal flame and the chrome hardware, pickup rings, standard knobs. Very classic looking guitar. There's a subtle binding around the side. I think you can see that right there, which is a nice touch because it's nothing that pops out too much, but it also gives it that nice kind of professional look. And as you can see, it's a single cut guitar. I'm not the biggest fan of the like double cut 335s, so this kind of fits the bill for that. So this is a little bit smaller than your typical like semi hollow body guitar. I'd say it's a middle ground between like a Les Paul and one of those big semi-hollow bodies that Gibson makes. All right, and we'll get to the demo in just a second, but if you're a guy like me that has like a lot of solid body guitars with Floyd Roses and basically no hardtail guitars, this is one of those guitars that would be a good buy because it's got these F-holes and it's semi-hollow body, and the sound of a semi-hollow body is very unique. Like, it's something that not even plugins can really imitate. The mahogany block in the center here and the natural acoustics that something like this makes is really something that will round out the sound of your collection. Another thing that's awesome about this is being a semi-hollow body guitar, you can just pick this thing up and start writing riffs on it because of its acoustic ability. Like, you can hear it pretty well without plugging in. Check it out. Now that tone is pretty awesome because it's pretty consistent whether you're plugged in or not. Lastly, some interesting specs I should review on this is, first off, the beautiful neck here. The neck has like a roasted maple, and it's a roasted maple fretboard, but it's a little bit darker than what I'm used to, so it's a nice kind of change, and it looks pretty good. Also, Harley Benton did something pretty cool. They actually added some side dots that are lumen lay, and I mean, that's something that you usually see on more expensive guitars that usually cost more money. So that's a nice little touch right there. 22 frets, all of which are stainless steel, and nice chrome locking machine heads at the top, which is awesome. And then it's also got a Graphtec nut. Oh, and how can I forget? Look at the heel of this bad boy. It is a set-in neck, but it's got one of those heel truss rod spoke adjusters down there. So this is something that's really sweet. If you're used to the truss rod adjustment that's up at the head and you have to remove the plate, it's kind of cumbersome. This makes it a lot easier, and good on Harley Benton for adding that. All right, so let's demo this bad boy. I'll take you through an array of tones, an array of settings, and then we'll wrap up the video with some pros and cons so we can assist you in buying one of these bad boys. And as always, guys, if you like what you're seeing and you like the content, please consider subscribing. It really helps, and I appreciate it a lot. So the Aeolus has a 3-way toggle switch, and when it's in the middle position, it selects both the bridge and the neck pickup. Let's check it out. Also, something that Harley Benton installs on a lot of their guitars is this push-pull coil tap right here on the knob. So let's check that out. All right, now the time has come. Let's crank this bad boy up and add some gain, and I'll do a few metal leads in there as well. All right, so the playability of this thing is pretty good. It's definitely got a chunkier neck than what I'm used to. If you're used to like Ibanez Wizard necks or Jackson style necks, this would be a little bit of an adjustment. It's definitely a C-shaped neck, not a D. It doesn't have any like flattening on the back. It does have a scarf joint if that's something that concerns you. One thing is that the back of the neck actually has a nice matte finish, which for like shredders or if people like that kind of feel in their palm, this is really nice. I personally really like it. I don't like finishes on the back. I think it gets a little sticky. So yeah, there's that. So these two pickups are Tesla V2 Alnico 5s. I think they're pretty versatile for the money, and no complaints here. The Aeolus weighs about 8 pounds and it's pretty balanced when you hold it. The bridge here is that classic tune-o-matic style, very Les Paul, and it does give you that neck kind of dive and angle when you play it, and you can feel that when you're playing it. Now my only gripes about this guitar are really like imperfections. If you take a look of the finish here, you can see there's like an unfinished or kind of like a stain. And then on the neck, on the outside of the fretboard, there's some spots that are kind of unfinished. And maybe they were cut wrong, but either way, I don't really notice it while I'm playing, so not a big deal. And lastly, if you look through the F-holes here, you can kind of see the electronics if you look at it at the right angle. That might bother some people, but it doesn't really bother me. That's just kind of cosmetic. But other than those things, I'm really happy with this guitar. It really gives me that semi-hollow body sound that I need. I'm just used to playing basically my Ibanez RG and my Jackson Randy Rhoads, which really is just made for metal. So this is a welcomed addition to the family. And this bad boy comes with a price tag of $333. All right guys, that's the end of the video. I hope this helps give you an overall idea and flavor of the Harley Benton Aeolus. I appreciate you spending time with me, and I will see you later.